Hey everybody, it's me. I wanted to do a quick react to Chantal's latest Kick Live where she was talking all about her boil. Yes, we have come to that place where the most interesting thing to talk about in a live is somebody's boil. So Chantal did an entire live talking about her boil, this alleged boil that she's had for a while, and it just keeps coming back. And why is it coming back? Because she's not getting it treated properly. She's not going to the hospital to get it properly lanced, drained, packed, so that once it's gone, it can stay gone. Nope, she just keeps treating it herself. And now she's saying that, oh, I have to go to the ER and get the boil treated. Although, rule number one, Chantal lies. How do we know for sure she's actually going to go to the hospital? How do we know she actually has a boil? How do we know that if maybe the reason why she's going to the ER is a whole different matter, or if she's going at all? How do we know that maybe she's not going to the ER? Maybe she's just got some private content to do and she's trying to use the fact that she's got these medical problems as a reason to be away from live stream for a while. I mean, who knows with Foodie? It's gotten to the point, y'all, where she's trying to play a game of Clue with Girl World, try to keep up this masquerade with the mystique and the lies and the delulu that nobody knows what's going on. But at the same time, does anybody really care? I'm getting to the point where I just don't care. I don't care because it's gotten extremely boring. I'm going to be honest with you. It's gotten really boring. When the most interesting thing to talk about with Chantal is a boil, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Like when you're trying to look for the gold in all of the nonsense and just try to find things to talk about and give commentary, and the most interesting thing is a boil, and then you're trying to make a live stream out of that. Ooh, that's real difficult. It's real difficult. So I'm not doing this react because there's anything really react worthy, talk worthy as far as her. I've just got some comments to Chantal. And so I'm going to put on her footage and give my thoughts as we go. We've also got a few Twitter peeps to go over, just a few, nothing major. You can always tell when Chantal does a boring live stream because you won't find many clips on Twitter about it, and there weren't that many, but there are a few. So I'll tell y'all what. How about we just get into it? It's time for the Twitter peeps. All right, let's get into the peeps just to keep up with things. All right, so for those of you that are on Twitter that you would like to follow me on Twitter, here's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that are not on Twitter, that's why I do the peeps, so we can all keep up with what's going on with that. Those of you that are not there, you don't have to be there. So first tweet is from Enigma 2025 saying it's coming back because of her uncontrolled diabetes. People whose diabetes isn't under control can get boils more so than those who don't have it. Her high blood sugar causes bacteria to spread, according to ChatGPT. Her blood sugar levels make it harder to fight infections, too. She can end up getting MRSA. And for those that don't know, MRSA is very, very severe. It is very serious. She can get a staph infection. I don't know if she has a staph infection. But I know she better take care of her health. But Ron says, admits boil is back and worse than ever. Hospital bees. So let's watch.
Swag Daddy. Basically, like, they think it's maybe like my boil's coming back stronger than ever, and I need to go to the hospital, I think.
And oh, that's a great face. That's fantastic. I like that face right there. I think I'll make a thumbnail of that because that face is, that's nightmare fuel right there. Y'all hold on. That's a great face. I'm loving it. I love the fact that Chantal, she is just so photogenic these days. But let's go back to talking about your alleged boil, Foodie. Can we talk about it? I think we'll talk about it because you made a whole live stream talking about it. So I can talk about it for at least a few minutes. But the way I'm going to talk about it is different than the way you're talking about it. See, you're coming online and you're talking about going to the ER for this boil, right? This alleged boil that nobody knows for sure even exists, because how do we know? We can't exactly see the boil. We just got to take your word for it, and you're just a great big old liar. But if you actually do have a boil, if you've got some kind of ailment, you're talking about going to the hospital, but you're not going yet. Instead of doing a live stream, why weren't you on the way to hospital like right now? I guess it's not that serious because you spent an entire hour doing nothing except complaining about it. So here's my point of view, y'all. If she doesn't care about her health, then I don't care about her health. I don't think it's fair for someone to come online and ask complete strangers on the internet that don't know you to care more about you than you care about yourself. If there's something serious going on with you, then you should get your butt up and do something about it. But what you shouldn't do is come online and make a big deal of it. At the same time, you're not being active and proactive with making yourself well. You're wanting to gather together other people's sympathy and concern for you. You want to stress people out, talking about your bad health, but you're sitting on your cloud couch doing nothing. Very unfair. Hey guys, I'm sick. Okay, so you are. What do you want us to do about it? What can Girl World do? What can the Beezers do? Absolutely nothing. You want the whole world to care at the same time you don't care about yourself. And you're over there doing self-harm content, Foodie. You make a point to hurt yourself. And you turn on the camera when you do it. You want everybody to watch you hurt yourself. And I know why. It's because you got feedies in the background paying you money to do feedie content. They like to see you online doing stuff. But if you're going to be proactive with hurting yourself in some way, then don't expect sympathy for showing the fact that you're hurting yourself and the end results of hurting yourself. It just doesn't make any sense.
Trulicity? I'll talk to my doctor. I can't film in the hospital.
Yep, so there she is complaining about the boil, but I guess it doesn't hurt too much because you haven't gotten off the couch to go yet. You sat there for an hour and complained about it. This is an older clip from Acadia Strongson. Remember when she said he had no money? That's all they do is grift and scam. The Shani and Rev 2.0. So this is an older clip of Chantal when she was complaining about Salah, and she claimed he had no money. So how do we go from having no money to now he's making tons of money? He's a successful businessman. Yeah, let's watch the clip.
I don't want to stay here with him anymore. We're fighting, and it's just like I can't stay. Oh, I can't put up. My mental health is worse because of you. I can't put up with you right now. Oh, really? Really? Anyway, I need to like. You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck. F out of here.
So how do we get here, Foodie? How do we go from 4 months ago? You were going off about Salah. You were saying that he had no money. You were claiming that you were giving money to him and his family. To now, just a few months later, he's all the way successful. That you want him to pay for a trip, although you kind of told on yourself and you said, he's not paying for the trip. I'm paying for it, which we all knew. We all knew that it wasn't him paying for the trip. This alleged trip that you keep talking about. We've always known that it's you paying for it because, look, I did the numbers. I've done all the numbers. It's going to cost you minimum 10 grand to be away from your apartment for a month. You don't have that kind of money, and he don't have that kind of money. And if he did have that kind of money, he's not going to spend it on a trip. He's not going to spend $10,000 to stay in a hotel room with you for a month. That would just be psychotic. To spend 10 grand to spend a month with somebody who's going to make you absolutely miserable because they're miserable. And on top of that, the person in question has a multitude of health problems and anything could happen to them at any time. It makes no sense to me. I think you're just talking about this trip to have something to talk about. Maybe you're manifesting out loud. Maybe you're dreaming out loud. And you think that if you manifest hard enough, if you dream hard enough, it'll actually happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going on this trip. You just need a topic of conversation when you decide to come online on Kick or Twitch or wherever else. You need something to talk about to make it seem like, oh, I'm going somewhere. I'm doing something. No, you're not. You're really not. And by the way, Foodie, just so we're clear, you coming on camera and eating healthy, it's very performative. Very performative. You yourself had admitted you've had a lot of beam moments lately. A lot, to the point where they're making you very, very sick. You come on camera looking awful, bloated, swollen, probably from lots of sodium. I don't know. But whatever it is you're doing after the camera's turned off, it's not good. It's not good. You're not looking healthy. And you're going to want to get on a plane and go somewhere and you're already unhealthy and then go through the stress of traveling. You've gotten your body used to not moving and sealing, and you're going to get on a plane for 13, 14, 15 hours. You won't be able to seal on the plane. You know that, right? Yeah. Traveling is very stressful for you. So can we just knock it off with the travel talk? You ain't going nowhere except to the ER. You're not going to go see Salah. He doesn't want to see you. And if you want my opinion, I think that he's not really talking to you and you're trying to set things up to where if you do travel, it's not because he wants you to go somewhere with him. I think that you are just wanting to see him and you're trying to make a whole cover story of, yeah, we want to go see each other when it's actually you wanting to go see him. Maybe you want to fly all the way to the Middle East and stay at a hotel and put some pressure about him coming to see you and spending time with you. And if that doesn't happen, then you're going to cry victim of, he set me up and he told me to come here and I'm the victim. I was set up. You're not a victim. You can't cry victim. If you decide to act crazy and fly to the Middle East to see a man who wants nothing to do with you, that is stalker behavior. You're acting unhinged. Although you're going to frame it like he coerced you to go over there. No, you coerced yourself. And you've always had a choice to stay exactly where you're at, to take care of you. And if you decide to do something unhinged, that is completely on you. You can't force someone to be with you if they don't want to be with you. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I personally think that you are just, you want a topic of conversation. You're trying to act like he's going to spend time with you, but he's not going to spend time with you. But you want to act like somebody out there wants to be with you and that person does not. So moving on. Crochet with Ashmay says, it's not back. It just never went away or healed as she claims. Again, it goes back to, if you care about something and you care enough, you'll fix the problem. If you don't care enough, then the problem will continue. It's just that simple, chat. If there's something wrong with you, you'll fix what's wrong. You'll care enough to fix it. And if you don't, then you won't. And she doesn't care enough to fix her issues. She just wants to use all of her issues to gain sympathy from people. She uses all of her health issues that are wrong to get money from people. Oh, woe is me. You know what, Chantal? I don't talk to your beezers, but I'm pretty sure their feeling is we are tired of hearing about your health issues. We are tired of your complaining. I mean, there you are sitting in a nice apartment. Obviously, you've got plenty of money to go and get takeout. So if you got money to get takeout, why not go to the hospital? Why not go to a clinic? Why not make yourself well versus doing everything to make yourself sick? You're making a choice. When you sit down to eat the takeout and the junk food, you're making a choice to make yourself sick versus making yourself well. You're making that choice. So don't expect sympathy from people about, I'm sick. Yeah, because you made yourself sick. And I'm supposed to feel sympathy for someone who makes themselves sick all the time? No. Like you're doing what you want to do with yourself. You're making that choice. Nobody can stop you from that choice. So you have at it. You go there, you do that. Fondue Spiteful Beach says Foodie Beauty, she wakes up at noon and cooked a full dinner meal for breakfast. Her obsession with food is psychotic and clearly all she has in life. So we're eating healthy, right, Foodie? But at breakfast, you're basically making dinner, girl. And you wonder why the little things you're trying to do to make yourself well are not working. What can a few carrot sticks and celery sticks and juice do against all of this? If you're consuming thousands of calories a day that you don't need and really you shouldn't have, no amount of carrot sticks or celery sticks or juice is going to fix that. Okay. Just you're fooling yourself. You're gaslighting yourself into thinking that little things are going to fix the big things. Nope, not if they're too big. And here's another thing that's wrong with her. Tat Von B says, Beach, the feet on this lovely person. I think the internet's been right all along about her diabetes foot. I've got bad feet from dancing, mine are mangled, but hers are ulcery. So I don't know what's going on with her feet, okay? I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose Chantal. I did see the pictures where it looks like she's got like a circle thing going on the bottom of her foot. A lot of people have speculated that it's a diabetic ulcer, but only a doctor would know. We don't know what it is. It doesn't look good. I was thinking it looked like a blister, but then again, she doesn't walk that much. So where would that come from? But I know a while back we saw like the diabetic neuropathy patches on her feet and her legs. Again, she's got to care first, y'all. She's got to care first. If she doesn't care, then we shouldn't care. It just doesn't make sense to sit there and harvest other people's care and concern and empathy, and she's not willing to be proactive with herself. Debbie's World says, talk about a calculated move. She's a walking distance to a Walmart, a grocery store, a food court, and a green store. All of her addictions right there, a hop, skip, and a jump from her apartment. It's like an alcoholic working in a bar. She's what you call an addict pro. So yeah, everything she needs right there. That's why she was so eager to get that apartment. She wasn't eager about the $2,000 a month in rent, but it was close to everything she could possibly want or possibly need. Now, there's a reason why she wanted that apartment so bad. Well, here's some of the reasons why she did. She can get her green products. She can be close to fast food. She can get regular food, and it's within walking distance. There it is. She was thinking of her food issues when she chose that a really expensive apartment. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, we're already on the second meal. Yeah, because one's not going to be enough. And even if she ate 3 healthy meals, guess what? The food monster in her head is going to go, we're not happy. You're not giving us what we want. So she can eat this healthy food on camera, but guess what? When the camera's turned off, you know she's going for that junk food, y'all. Guarantee you she is. I went through that where you're trying to eat healthy, but the voice in your head says, give me that unhealthy food or I'm not going to leave you alone. It's like a petulant child in your head that's going to scream and throw a temper tantrum if it doesn't get its way. So this is all performative. Because if she were eating like this, why would she look so bloated? Why would she look so tired? Obviously, there's more food going on behind the scenes than in front of the scenes, okay? We got one last clip from Piggy saying the boil is back.
Basically, like, they think it's maybe like my boil's coming back stronger than ever, and I need to go to the hospital, I think.
Yeah, but are you going to go? It's up to you, Foodie. I'm not going to sit here and stress about whether you go to the hospital or not. If you've got a boil, if you've got 10 boils, you don't care about your health, you don't care about it. But if there's all this talk about I'm going on a trip, right? You want to continue the narrative of I'm going on a trip. Okay, wouldn't you want to be healthy as much as possible for this alleged trip? You really want to go on a trip with a boil, an open boil that you need medical attention for? If you were to go to Belize or wherever, you're going to go there with a boil that's not healed? You're going to need somebody to pack the boil for you to change the bandages and all that? I mean, make it make sense. You're going to get on a plane with a boil that needs medical attention, and you're going to a foreign country and you don't know where to get medical attention. So it's up to you. You want to go on a trip? You want the possibility of going on a trip? Then treat what's wrong before you go. So that's it. That's it for the Twitter peeps. Now let's move on to the live stream. And this is not going to be interesting content. Just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. We're not going to review all of this, just a little bit. And then we're getting the F out of here. Let's see what she's got to say about this boil situation.
Better. Nabigo, freebies, egg on legs, victim of timeout.
And can I just say before we even get started, Chantal, you're doing it again. You're doing it again. You're doing the same thing on Kick that you did on YouTube. You would make these titles to get people concerned. These clickbait titles. I'm not doing too well. I'm sick. There's something wrong. Everybody should come into my live stream because I'm sick. This is you poking at people. Hey, you're a beezer. You should be concerned about me being sick, although I'm the person who is sick. So I should care first, but I'm not. But I'm going to make this clickbait title to get everybody concerned because I want the most chatters in my stream to boost up my numbers. I'm not too well. No crap. You're not too well. No crap. But you ain't getting off the couch to fix it.
Hey, Emerald. I made my lunch. It's huge. I have a Baby Bell cheese.
I know this may sound like nothing, but I've been noticing something lately. Like after she eats, she'll do like a hiccup or burp kind of thing. I don't know if that points to any kind of gastro issues, but I've been noticing that a lot. I don't know if that's a heart issue. I don't know if it's like something with her stomach, her intestines, but it happens a lot. Her doing like almost like a hiccup burp type situation. I don't know if that points to any kind of medical problem she might have, but that breakfast ain't bad. It looks pretty good, but I know that's not the only thing she's going to be eating. This is performative. This is for the camera. I don't know who it's for. I don't know if it's for Salah or she's trying to act like she's eating healthy. But Chantal, if you were eating healthy, you'd be dropping weight like crazy. At your current weight, you could easily drop 50 pounds and you wouldn't look so bloated and tired. So if you've been eating healthy, Why do you look so bloated? Why do you look so tired? Why do you look so swollen, girl? I mean, the math ain't mathin'. If you're eating like this, why do you look all swollen up like the Marshmallow Man when you come on camera? It's the math ain't mathin'.
The rest of the fruit, some cucumber olives, vegetables, dill pickle hummus, a few pretzels, and some chicken. That's my lunch today. Hey, Mike, strawberries, breathe.
I mean, I'm glad that you're eating healthy, but if you're trying to eat healthy because you want to fill up on processed stuff later, you're not really getting the benefits of eating healthy. It's counterproductive. Let me eat this healthy meal for the camera and then eat 5,000 calories and the camera's turned off.
Girl lunch. Hey, Lily. Coco. Mm-hmm.
Why are you showing off the plate like, look, Twitch? I mean, look, Kick. I'm eating healthy. Is it because some of your content's been age restricted? It's for mature audiences because you've been having B moments on camera. Is that why? So you're making a point to show healthy food?
Yeah. It's not beige only. Sweet and low. It does taste like sweet nothing. You don't like the hummus? I don't like usually normal, but the dill pickle is good. Chicken lettuce wraps with avocado. Mm-hmm. Hey, Hexmoon. Yeah, it's dill pickle hummus.
And of course, when we're eating healthy, we have to include cheese. She's unwrapping cheese. So you're eating this healthy meal, but you have to include cheese. You don't need cheese. You don't have a gallbladder. You shouldn't be eating cheese.
And then I posted what I had for breakfast. My blood sugar.
And you know what? This is a pattern and this is a cycle. Chantal will go wild with the food. She'll make herself sick. She'll get to a point where she's really, really sick. And then her response is, oh, I overdid it. So let me just try to fix it by eating healthy. But the eating healthy always follows another B moment. This is a pattern with Chantal. It's been a pattern for years. She'll go absolutely ham with the processed food, make herself ill repeatedly, and then she's like, oh, then she'll have an oh crap moment, and she'll say, well, oh, I can just eat healthy for a little while and that will fix it. Some of the damage that you've done to your body, Foodie, cannot be fixed. Some of it can, some of it can't. But just eating 1 or 2 healthy meals does not offset 20 unhealthy meals, okay? Again, you're gaslighting yourself and you're fooling yourself thinking that you can fix what's wrong with you. You need professional help. But you know that. You don't want to do it. So I guess don't do it and get worse. And you might arrive at a place where you don't have any choice but to get healthy because you won't be in charge anymore.
So I was confused because last night I had that yogurt and then I didn't eat anything else. I managed to fall asleep around 12:30, 1.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No. Who are you trying to kid over here? Who are you trying to lie to? Mama Rose knows better. Madam, you are an extreme food addict. And I mean extreme. You've said yourself, you got to eat every 2 hours. Who are you trying to fool over here? You don't think I know? Ma'am, you're a carb addict. You need your carbs. Not to the extreme that you consume them, but you still need them. If you were eating healthy, like you say, eating nothing but yogurt before bed, which is good, that's very good. But if that were true, you'd be waking up hangry, upset, really upset. Like you wouldn't be able to sleep all night. Who are you trying to lie to over here? You ate something before bed. It was more than just that yogurt.
I think. And I really wanted to eat more. Like get up and make craft dinner. But I went and chat GPT and I was like, I feel like B wording right now. And it kind of, on my community tab on YouTube. Hey, Not Fuss, thank you. Alien Reptar, hi everybody.
And Chantal, if you were serious about, I want to get healthy, one of the first things you should be doing is separating your eating from your content. If you're really serious about, I'm going to focus on my health, then you got to separate the food from your content. You will make a point to not eat on camera so you can eat healthy meals. Like you will care about Chantal. You will not care about getting content for Foodie. Does that make sense? All you care about is a performance and having content for Foodie. You do not care about the health and concern for Chantal. You want to really care, you got to separate the two. Don't eat on camera. Don't talk about food. If there's anybody in the chat that talks about food, you shut that down immediately. You tell all the feedies to F off and you start doing different content. You got to have all the pieces put together for any chance of success. But just doing this performative crap ain't going to get it done.
Chickpeas with olive oil? Yum, healthy. Chat BPD. Hey, Gab.
And by the way, let's talk about this chat GPT situation. Chat GPT psychosis is real. Some people get so wrapped up around chat GPT, it can lead to psychosis where you're actually thinking that the voice is talking back to you is real. It's a real person. It's not. I know that you like chat GPT, Chantal, but it's not something that can replace a real doctor or real specialist that can take a good look at you. Chat GPT cannot give you blood tests. They cannot give you exams. They can't see what's going on underneath the hood. It just gives answers based on what you tell it. But if you're over there lying about yourself, it can only go by what you say. But it cannot give you a proper diagnosis or treatment to what is wrong. So trying to use chat GPT to replace actual physicians and doctors and specialists, no, you need to go to inpatient. You need medical care and you know it. You're just avoiding those things like the plague, but those are the things that could do you the most good. You're avoiding the problems versus fixing the problems.
So anyways, I woke up. My fasted blood sugar was like 12.8. And I was like, why, Yanni? Like, why?
Why? Why is my blood sugar so high and I'm just waking up? Because you ate the night before. That's why. That's why it's high. Your blood sugar is telling on you. It is snitching on you. If you're waking up with blood sugar that high after sleeping, that means you had something in your stomach the night before, and it wasn't carrots, and it wasn't celery. Blood sugar of 12 is bad. It's very, very bad, especially after just waking up. Your blood sugar is snitching on you that you're eating when the camera is turned off.
But then last time I checked it, a couple hours after my breakfast, it was 11.5. So it's going down, but
Yeah, and then you eat breakfast, and if there's anything in your meal that can spike your blood sugar, it's going to go right back up again. So you're playing a game of teeter-totter with your blood sugar. You know, like you'll go to sleep, it goes down a bit. You might take some insulin or metformin, that lowers it even more. And then you eat a bunch of stuff, and then it spikes back up. And then you take more metformin or insulin to lower it back down. You're playing a game of chicken with your own body, like playing with your blood sugar levels to see what you can get away with so you're not going into a diabetic coma. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You're not taking the metformin or the insulin as you should. You're taking the metformin and the insulin to manage your B moments so you can have more, so you can do more of those Foodie requests. That's all you're doing. And because of that, you're not going to get better. So have at it.
you know. Sorry about that, Genevieve. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish him well. Swag Daddy. Basically, like,
And this.
They
Can we
think
talk
it's-
about, shut up, Chantal, shut up. Can we talk about this? So look who's in the chat. I B-worded hard last night. Well, we know what that means. For those that are not aware, maybe you guys might be getting irritated because YouTubers sometimes use code words. It's not because we want to, ladies and gentlemen, it's because we have to. YouTube is very sensitive about us using certain words. You know, we got to use code words in place of other words because of the monetization rules. It's crazy. So when I say Chantal had a B moment, B-I-N-G-E moment, okay? That's what it means. It means she went ham with the food. But it looks like strawberries and cream. Says, I B-worded hard last night, so strawberries and cream. If that's true, why are you watching Foodie? Is it healthy to watch someone who constantly overeats? Is that the thing you should be doing? If you had a B moment yourself and you're prone to B moments, should you be watching someone who has B moments? This is what I'm talking about. I think there might be people in Chantal's audience that have problems with food and they watch Foodie because they feel like, you know, birds of a feather flock together. Like the content that she's been doing, it affects people. And I know what Chantal is going to say if she were here. She would say, well, if you don't like my content, if it triggers you, then you shouldn't watch me. But here's my counter argument to her argument. If you're someone and you have something wrong with you, you've got an issue with food or just an issue in general, you've got some sort of addiction, you come on camera and you want sympathy for said addiction. You know how hard it is. You know that it's absolute hell. Should you be coming on camera and doing things that you know might trigger people? If you have any respect for those who have a similar addiction, should you be coming on camera doing content to trigger other people? No, you shouldn't. Trying to use the defense of, if you don't like it, then don't watch me. Or if I'm too triggering, turn it off. How about not do the content in the first place? How about just not do that? If you are an addict going through your own hell, that's bad. But why trigger other people in theirs if you know how bad it is? Have respect for other people to not trigger people if you can. But she likes to trigger people. She doesn't care because she wants people who support her addiction to be in her audience. She's looking for them because those are the people that give her money. She's looking for enablers and funders in her addiction. She wants people in her audience that support her self-harm behavior. She wants money for it, so she doesn't care if she triggers people. She doesn't care if she triggers someone hard enough and they have a B moment of their own. She's just going to keep showcasing what she does until something stops her.
Maybe like my boil's coming back stronger than ever, and I need to go to the hospital, I think.
I need to go to the hospital, I think. I think I should go to the hospital versus I know I should go to the hospital. I've had this ongoing boil situation for a long time and it's never gone away, but I think I should go to the hospital. Maybe you should do more than think. Maybe you should do. If you care, you'll do. If you don't care, then you won't. But don't complain about something and say, I'm thinking about it. Unless you're coming online looking for sympathy, you'll get none over here. You have an ongoing health issue and you're not treating it. So that's your problem. That's completely your problem. We can't do anything.
Trulicity? I'll talk to my doctor. I can't film in the hospital.
Okay, this comment right here. Hexed Moon says, have you ever thought about Trulicity? Helps like Ozempic, but less evasive. Just wondering because it helps me a lot with hunger and diabetes. Here's the thing, Hexed. She's an extreme food addict. And no amount of Trulicity or Ozempic is going to take her food addiction away. She needs therapy for that. Do you understand? She tried the Ozempic thing a long time ago, and she didn't like it because it stopped her from eating. So she chose the food addiction over getting healthy. She looks for quick fixes to her problems, but there are none. Like her problem is multi-layered. It's multifaceted. It is extreme. She needs extreme help for extreme problems. And a shot or pill or metformin is not going to fix the addiction in her head. And it's not wise to recommend something to somebody if you're not a doctor, because there might be issues where she can't take Trulicity that might trigger another health issue. So it's not wise to recommend something medical to someone like Chantal because we don't know what's going on inside of her. We don't know what her health issues might be. We don't know what her kidneys look like, how taking a medication of sorts might interfere with her kidneys or make them worse. So, like, please, no medical advice to Chantal. She's got to go to a doctor. The doctor can do it right.
So I'm trying to eat very healthy. But my body is like, I'm just so tired. Yeah.
I'm just so tired. I can give you one of the reasons why you feel like crap. Because of all the chemicals, all the processed stuff. You're basically feeding your body garbage. There's no vitamins. There's no minerals. Your body can't put up with this abuse much longer, Foodie. You're hurting your body and you're expecting your body to keep going, and it's getting to a place where it can't go much longer. You're not getting it much to fight with.
That's what they say, wake and bake. You know, even with like your body fighting something. No. I like to go to the hospital by myself. I don't like people waiting on me. You know, I'm like 41, going to be 42 next month. I don't need someone to hold my hand anymore. Did I take a bite of this? Yeah, glitter's right.
And the sad part is when Chantal goes to the ER, she doesn't take the doctor seriously. She doesn't take her health seriously. She just wants to go essentially to the doctor to get some medications. She wants the doctors to look at her, give her some medications, and then send her on her way. And if they try to give her some advice about, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, you need to do that, she always ignores them. She's essentially doctor shopping. Give me some medications for pain. I'll take the medications for pain, maybe in the way that they're not supposed to be taken, and that's it.
But at the same time, I'm trying to keep, like when I worked out with ChatGPT, it is a big improvement, yeah. A sponge bath. Thank you, freebies. I'm trying to keep within like 2,000 calories or a bit less.
That's a lie. Again, she's lying, y'all. She's lying. If she were staying away from the processed food, she would be a hangry, meltdown mess. The fact that she's not says everything I need to know. We're talking about an extreme food addict, and she's just trying to eat healthy, and she's not hangry, and she's not having a meltdown. She a lie. She a lie.
Structured, real food.
Sure.
That's satisfying. I find a lot more protein is more, keeps you full longer.
And you know what?
Yeah.
I've been here before. I've seen this before from Chantal. She go on these health kicks, but they never last long. What her health kicks always lead to are more B moments. She has said herself, she does not like restricting herself because it leads to extreme B moments. And she's in a way right. Because again, if you've built rituals around food where you're used to getting certain things, you built an entire lifestyle or rituals around food, getting certain foods, eating foods before bed. You can't immediately go from one extreme to the other because like that voice in your head's going to fight you. It's a monster. It will fight you. It will scream at you. It will demand its fast food. And it's very manipulative, that voice. It knows what to say and it knows what to do to get what it wants. It will out logic you. It will out reason you to get what it wants. It'll whisper in your mind, you've been good today. You ate a healthy meal this morning. You deserve a hamburger. Come on. You deserve a pizza. It's like that. It will out reason you. It will out logic you. It's tapping your emotions. It'll hit you when you're emotionally weak, when you are depressed, when you're sad, and it will say what it needs to say to get what it wants. And right now she's emotionally weak. She's alone. She's got nothing else to focus on. Food is her only friend.
Trying to get it to 5 or 6. Yep. Any stress? Thank you, Kelly. The doctor in real life, yeah. I have no tub. Sees bees. I just take really, like, hot showers often.
No, you don't.
Keep it clean, but then dry. I air dry it.
I don't believe that either, because if you were taking frequent hot showers, why do you keep getting boils? I don't think you take enough showers. I don't think you bathe enough. We saw your bathroom, Foodie. It looks spotless clean, like you never use it. You wear dirty, filthy clothes all day. You're sweating in those clothes all day. You wear the same outfits day after day, and then you wonder why you get boils.
Spread myself out on the bed.
Ew.
Has nothing to do with the scooter. It's what I've been eating.
And yet you keep eating all that processed food. You'll go through these moments where you come on camera and you're eating healthy, but then you're like, hey guys, I got a grocery haul. And you're showing 5 boxes of Cheez-Its, 10 bags of chips, and you wonder where you go wrong.
Yeah, I don't have a fever. I checked. Oh wow, wake and bake, really?
Yeah, check this out, Foodie. This comment. Wake and Bake says, my mom went septic from an untreated kidney infection, and her blood sugar numbers were astronomical during that. She ended up having to stay in the hospital quite a while because of that infection. Yeah, it can happen just that fast, Chantal. An untreated kidney infection, boom, done. And let's talk about the other things that you're not even thinking about. You don't take care of your teeth. You can get a serious tooth infection, and that can get ugly too. That can get real ugly. You're not even thinking about your teeth, and you don't brush your teeth, and you don't take care of your teeth.
Thank you. I had my breakfast and then I finished eating breakfast at like 10:30. 1:30, about 3 hours later.
I have to wonder if there might be some feedies in her audience that are encouraging her to eat healthy, and that's why she keeps showing off the doggone plate. This is so feedie coded. There might be some feedies that they're on two different sides of the fence. Maybe she's got feedies that want her to eat healthy, and then you've got the immobilizer feedies that want her to eat unhealthy. So she's trying to like balance the scales that way of like eating healthy for the healthy feedies and eating the processed junk for the unhealthy feedies. She's trying to capitalize on both sides of the fence. She's trying to make both groups happy, but yet they're in direct opposition of each other. One wants her to eat unhealthy and not move, and the other ones do want her to move.
That's hummus and chicken.
Put the plate
2
down.
pretzels only. I did put it in my chat GPT. It's for that like crunchy, And pretzels are baked. They know everything.
And say, here's the bad thing about eating things like pretzels and chips. You got a food issue? The last thing you should have in your house is a bag of chips or a bag of pretzels or even a bag of cookies, because you start off eating just a few and the next thing you know, the whole bag is gone. You won't stop. You will not. So if anybody thinks she ate just a few pretzels here, wrong. She went back for more.
Around that Mel.
And these people in her chat giving her medical advice based on no facts and the fact that they are not doctors, or even if they are not her doctor. Like this idiot, all that glitter, saying, if you don't have a fever, fast breathing, or confusion, don't worry about sepsis. You will need an antibiotic to clear it all up once and for all. But the thing is, all that glitters, you're not her doctor. You've not given her any tests. You don't know what's going on inside of her. So who are you to say what's going on with her and what's not going on? Don't act like a doctor if you are not her doctor. Who knows what's going on with Chantal? She needs to go to a doctor and find out.
Hey, Neil. Crunching is satisfying. I feel like I will have to go get it properly removed. Like properly lanced and drained. And then...
Yeah, let's talk about that boil for a second. So I know that you said that the trip was in a year, but the way you've been behaving, it feels like the trip is much sooner than that. And you are diabetic, which means that wounds are slow to heal, right? Right. So who thinks she's actually going to go to the ER and get this boil lanced, if it even exists, because that's going to require constant supervision. She's going to have to keep an eye on it, keep it clean, have to keep going back to get the wound packed full of fresh bandage, or somebody's going to have to help her with that. She's going to do all this before a trip? No. No.
Antibiotics and wound care and all that crap. I don't know if they're going to send someone to do the wound care, but hopefully a woman. If I need home care, but maybe not. Last time they had to pack it, so I don't feel comfortable doing that on my own. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Mm.
You know what, Chantal? If you don't like dealing with doctors, if you don't like dealing with nurses, if you don't like people packing your wounds, how about taking care of your body? So you'll get less sick, and then you won't have to go to the ER. You won't have to go to the hospital as much. But as long as you keep hurting yourself, then that makes the chances greater of having to deal with people that you don't want to deal with. I mean, preventative care matters. If you don't do the preventative care, then it leads to situations like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lemonsy. Hey, Melanie. That's true. Yeah, I'm going to go either later or tomorrow morning. So.
There we go. I'm going to go later or tomorrow morning. So this boil situation is bad. She felt the need to do a live stream and tell her viewers about it. But I guess it's not that serious because, I'm going to go later today or tomorrow. We're going to wait. Let's wait another 24 hours before we go. I guess it's not that bad then. Because if it were bad enough, she'd go right now.
Oh. Today's bees, we're just going to focus on nutrition. I need to clean. Look at this.
So you got to boil, but you're able to clean. I guess it doesn't hurt.
That crock pot smells. No.
Oh, God. Do we have another blue moldy pot situation? The crock pot smells. How long has that food been sitting there in the crock pot? We got another blue moldy pot situation in the new place.
Yeah. I will, Marie. Yeah. They have all my file at this hospital. Yeah, I've been checking my temp, but it was 36.5. I know the crunching is annoying.
This is stupid. So I'm checking my temperature. So what? You're checking your temperature, and then if it reaches dangerous levels, then you make the phone call, then you get an ambulance. Okay.
Yeah, strawberries. Combine that with 2,000 milligrams of metformin every day.
So it's like her way of thinking is, I'm going to wait until the absolute last minute when I might be going sepsis. Then I'll make the phone call to 911. Versus, let's go to the hospital and let's get this treated before it reaches that point. Oh, and you're being photogenic again, Chantal. I love it. Love this expression of yours. That's a great thumbnail right there. That's fantastic. Saving that too. Loving that. Keep going.
Staph infections. Yeah. Jill, so I hear. And they can develop quickly.
Yeah, they can, and they can get real dangerous real quick. And you're playing chicken with your own body, risking a staph infection.
Oh, it's going to be...
And by the way, Chantal, if you're going for this boil situation, when you get to the hospital, why don't you have them check on your foot and see what's going on with your foot? I mean, since you're there, you got something going on with your foot and you got this boil, have them examine your foot.
It's so painful. I don't even know what they're going to do. I don't know, but I'll be there forever. I don't know if I should bring my CPAP, but my sister and my mom were supposed to come see me this weekend. And maybe an old friend, too.
Why don't you say the name of the old friend? Who's this old friend?
The insulin? Yeah. And then the metformin. Act like a baby.
So every night before bed, she takes her metformin, and Chantal's on the max doses of metformin. I think she believes she takes 2,000 milligrams. So she takes her insulin and she takes metformin. And she's still waking up with 12, 13 blood sugar. Again, your medications and your blood sugar is snitching on you. You must be eating a lot of food before bed, that if you're taking your insulin and your metformin and your blood sugar is just that high.
I don't need Hex Moon. The last time I had something lanced and squeezed out, I was screaming. It's so bad. Does it hurt when you walk? Yeah, a little bit. Because it's in such a bad area. Like, I can draw it. I can draw it.
And can I ask an interesting question, Chantal? Do you have some kind of gross fetish people? Maybe some of your Foodie fetish people that have some sort of medical fetish? Because you make a point to talk about your bowel movements, your boils, and all of this. Like, is this for people in your audience? They got some sort of medical health issue fetish. They like hearing about these gross details.
No, I take my insulin. I came back because it wasn't properly taken care of. My fault. I just started insulin, Marie. So I'm still in the adjustment phase. No, it doesn't smell. Yeah.
Marie says, your blood sugar shouldn't be this high on insulin and metformin. No, it shouldn't if she were eating properly. But if she's eating improperly, if she's eating tons of food, there's only so much that the metformin and the insulin can do, y'all. It can't fix everything.
It's snowing out. Oh, scoop McGee bees.
She's opening the window. She just opened the window. Chantal, you have a cat in the house. Why are you opening the window, you maniac?
They released ring cam footage. Who does it look like? Anyone? Or they can't tell? Until this boil heals, I can only do like light exercises because sweating and too much friction when walking is not good.
Oh, I see what's going on here. Oh, she just told on herself. Chantal doesn't want to exercise. So this is her get out of exercise free card. I see what's up. You do not want to walk on that treadmill. You don't want to get healthy. So we're coming up with an excuse why we can't do it. Oh, I've got a boil. It's really bad. I can't exercise. I see what's up. You do not want to exercise.
Hi, Mel. Hey, Melly. You know, I'm just tired. I have a boil. Yeah, Zoe. Hey, Kingston Queen. Green tea. No. Hey, Cocoa Pickles. I had, what I had?
I can't believe she made an entire stream based on a boil. This is where we are, Chad. We went from Crackhead Olympics to her doing entire streams talking about a non existent boil, a medical issue. Do y'all understand now why I'm not reacting to her as much? This is so stupid.
Did he crisp up? I think deep frying a head would take a while. No, Happy Joy. I would have to go to the hospital for something like this. No. I guess it would be like in the... It's like on the fupa. Yeah, I don't want it to come back. And especially like walking a lot on the trip and stuff.
Okay, from a female perspective here, again, I am having doubts about this boil. I'm having serious doubts, and I'll tell you why. Because now she's telling us where the boil is. I don't know how big it is. I don't know how bad it is, but I'm thinking about the way she's sitting on the couch right now. Okay. So if she had a boil on her fupa area, just based on the way she's sitting on the couch, that sucker it's gonna hurt. I don't know how she can sit on the couch with that boil being on her fupa and not be wincing in pain. So far, I haven't seen any indicators that that boil is painful. And I'm sure it is pretty painful if it were real to begin with. So you mean to tell me, Chantal, as a woman, you're sitting on the couch, you're like in a seal position, but that's gonna make your body kind of fold sideways. Like your skin is being squeezed together in certain areas, which is more pressure against that boil, and you're not wincing. Okay, I'm calling BS on that.
Friction? I don't want to go out in the storm right now. Safs, really? No. Fat upper puss area, yep. I try not to eat too much fruit. But I used to watch that with my family at my grandpa's chalet, and we were laughing. Good times. Yeah, hypochondria is real it makes it impedes on your life because you have constant health anxiety.
Like, again, I don't know if she actually has a boil, but if Chantal has to make a choice between going on a trip and not going on a trip, if her going to the hospital and getting this boil lands and she knows that it can impact her travel plans in any way, she will not get that boil lands. She'll go and get on the plane with the boil in place because that's the way she thinks. That she'll just go wherever it is she wants to go with this medical issue ongoing, which could turn serious. She would rather go and see Salah or try to with this medical issue versus let a medical issue get in the way of her getting on a plane. But that's not even an issue anyway because she's not going. I don't think she's going.
It might be Moonlight, I'm not sure. It's on the foop. Like right near the leg. Like here's your foop, here's your leg. It's like right here.
So basically you're saying it's right in the crease of the leg or close to it, and yet you're on the couch and you're like in that folded position and that doesn't hurt. You're not wincing. Weird.
So every time I walk, it like rubs it. My chub rub rubs it. Seed. Seed and boil mix. It's so makes me again. Guess who's back? Yep. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You knew.
I don't know what she was doing tonight. If she thought she would get extra donations based on the fact, oh, I've got a boil. Everybody send me money. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to send you money because you have a boil.
That's a bad spot. Yeah, so you have to always keep it dry. Seed boil mukbang. Back in town. The boil's back in town. The secret twins. It's the friction, yeah.
What friction? You don't even move.
Oh, okay, Jack Russell. Good luck. Yeah, it's getting worse. Can't really see the roads much. Now the roads were blocked before. Now there's accumulating chicken burrito. Diet is like weird too. So it's just like a bunch of things, and the weather shit. Can't even see outside now hardly.
See, Chantal, you do content like this and you wonder why you're losing viewers. This is the content that people have to look forward to.
Processed sugar. So maybe my body's like freaking out. I don't know. No, I'm going to take a taxi. It's a whiteout, yeah. I have like a fear. Like, I have this weird thing where if I'm a passenger in a car, I get like crash anxiety because I can't control it. Like, that's why I'm afraid of elevators. Like, I'm not in control.
No, stop right there. I'm tired of you coming forward and saying you have all these fears, because it seems like these fears that you have are very selective. You said long ago that you've got a fear of elevators, and yet just recently You got in an elevator all by yourself and you went down to the gym and you weren't on the scooty. So it seems like some of these fears are selective when you want to have them to get attention from people. I don't think you have agoraphobia. I don't think you're afraid of elevators. You just say things to get attention from people. Talking about, I have a fear of taxis, and yet we've seen you drive around all by your doggone self. We've seen you get in a taxi before without a problem. So please stop telling people I have all these different fears you don't really even have.
Control of this machine. Well, same thing when I'm a passenger. So, like, what if we get in an accident because it's so bad out? You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, Melly. Your big meetup with Daddy. Do you find that cringe when people call their why is my face really swollen on this side? Maybe I should ask about that too. Can I just trade in my body, please? This one's broken.
No, because even if you were given a new body, you'd abuse that one too. If you had a spare body, you would do the same thing to it that you're doing to your current one. So it wouldn't make any difference.
That is wonderful. Oh wow, Genevieve. Yeah, we all get older, we all get health problems, eh? Ask Chat GPT. I could, yeah. I'm surprised it hasn't told me to lay off lately.
You know, I'm not one to tell people what to do, but anybody who watches Foodie, I say, save your concern, save your empathy, save your sympathy for someone who actually gives a doggone about their health. It doesn't make sense to like just exhaust your concern, your sympathy, your empathy on someone that they're not willing to care about themselves first. They make a point to hurt themselves. Watching someone like Chantal, all she's going to do is stress you out and drain you. She's going to keep you always on your toes and on edge about what's going on with her now. How sick is she now? If she's not willing to take care of her health, well, then let her be. Because there's nothing that any of us can do. And I mean nothing. She's got to take the first step. And if she's not willing to, then that's her choice. So any beezer out there that you're like, I really care about Chantal, you care about her, but she doesn't care about herself. Know that. She's got issues. She doesn't want to treat them. She doesn't want to make herself well. She's actively making herself sick, eating the processed food, doing the Foodie request off camera. Why do you think she's coming on camera looking swollen? Obviously, something is going on. Obviously, when the camera's turned off, there's some eating going on, and a lot of it, because she wakes up in the morning looking swollen, and her blood sugar is up to 12 or 13 before she puts an article of food in her mouth. You know, put all the pieces together. She's just performing for you. She's just putting on a performance of being healthy when she's obviously not.
It's helping me with structuring my meals and stuff, and you know, with trip planning and stuff like that.
There ain't gonna be no trip. There ain't gonna be no trip. You're not going anywhere. You're just talking about this trip, hoping that it might happen. It ain't gonna happen. And even if it could happen, you shouldn't leave. You should go straight to the hospital. And you know it, but you don't want to do it because all you're thinking about is Salah, Salah, Salah. Salah don't care. He's got his own life. Hey, booger. He's got his own life going on. He don't care about you. You should let go of that man, but you want to hang on to him because that's all you've got. Meanwhile, you're getting sick. You don't want to put yourself first. You want to live in Delulu land. Nobody can stop you. So you are deciding how miserable you are. Hey, Bugs. Hi, baby. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Treadmill beezing so you don't get boils. I think you can get them at any size, but if you have a lot of fat and friction, when you have like rolls, yeah, you're more prone to get stuff.
Yeah, you're more prone to get stuff if you make a point to not bathe yourself. You are a woman of a bigger size, a much bigger size, and you should be very on top of your hygiene, taking more showers, taking more baths, making sure that you're all the way dried off before you put clothing on, getting clothing that is breathable. Your skin can breathe. You've got a washer and a dryer. There's no excuse why you're wearing dirty clothes for days at a time if you've got a washer and dryer right there in your unit. That's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. But you're filthy, Chantal. You wear filthy clothes. You don't bathe. You don't shower. You got all this sweat and dirt that just sticks to your skin, and you've got the folds. I mean, come on.
Yeah, my sugars are a bit elevated from that. Like they were 12 and then now they're 11.5. So
Here you go, minimizing the problem. Oh, they're a bit elevated. Girl, they're jacked. Okay, 12 is jacked. 16 is insanity. 25 is like, oh my God, are you stupid? They're jacked. Don't try to minimize this. They are jacked. And this is after the metformin and the insulin. You're playing chicken with your health.
it's going down, but it's trending down, but still. Hey, Pansy Paws. My teeth don't hurt. Kratom. Me too, Serenity. My brain is like, Hey, Rhonda. Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I was watching like the news. I don't want to talk about politics. I know it's like a bit heavy right now, whatever, okay? But like, is it true? Like, this can't be true. Like, I thought you guys were joking. They actually made another halftime show with like white people. Or like more American. Do they not realize that because like do they not realize how many millions of people speak Spanish in the US or what? It's like the second language, isn't it? It featured Kid Rock. Oh yeah, that's better. The hell? Anyways, apparently Bad Bunny got like way more views. The All American halftime show. Oh my god, this has to be a comic book, I swear. Budweiser cigarettes. Yeah, first I think every other day or something to pack it. And
Okay, we're done here. She's just talking about the boil again. Let's not go any further. But this is what her content is, y'all. An entire live stream devoted to a boil, describing the boil, saying how much it hurts, and oh, I don't know how I got it. We went from crackhead Olympics to this crap right here. Thanks, Foodie. Thanks. This is why I do the Twitter peeps half the time, because of this crap right here. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.